All right, Joy Warriors. Today's episode is just so heartwarming. I have the honor and privilege of connecting with Karla Rice. She is a holistic health practitioner as well as a certified joy facilitator, and she's a busy mom of four, and she's such an inspiration. She's really here, I think, to teach us all and show us all what it looks like to actually lead with joy and light up the world from the inside out. She's an inspiration. She's so real and raw and authentic. And she's also really a big believer in belonging. It's another aspect of what she's teaching more and more of lately. So grab your favorite tea, coffee as always, sit down, get cozy, and get inspired with Miss Karla Rice. Hey there, it's Jillian, your guide to all things joy, and this is the Joy Journey Podcast. Oh my God. Hello and welcome to the Joy Journey Podcast. I'm your host, Jillian Shecker, and today we're blessed to have such a beautiful joy being with us today. Karla is a certified joy facilitator. She's a holistic health practitioner, and she empowers others to own their story, take responsibility for their wellness and their family's wellness, and reconnect with the truth that you are your own best healer. She believes our bodies long to be seen, heard, and honored. And when we listen, we truly unlock radiance and the joy that we're all craving. As a busy mom of four and with a decade of experience as a registered nurse, Karla's mission is to help people feel like sunshine in their bodies and their lives. She'll teach you how to embrace nourishment, wholeness, and joy, not only in the easy moments, but also through the messy, hard, and very real seasons of life. She's in the St. Paul area, and she's passionate about in-person support for other moms craving connection through the realness of it all. And I'm so excited to welcome Karla today. Welcome, Karla.
Thank you for having me. I'm so excited to
Yes.
be here.
Oh my gosh, I'm excited to be here too. Okay, so I love to just share with people about our guests and how we actually met and what this looks like. Do you want to share our love story or do you want me to share?
You can totally share, and I can add any extras.
Okay, well, I'll share that I remember meeting you. I was doing a retreat with Tracy Broadhicker. She's also a joy facilitator, certified joy facilitator. And she does equine therapy. Mindful Mare Wellness is one of her brands. And we had been working together and it was just a download. We're meant to do a retreat. It was called Restore and Reconnect or something. Karla ended up being at this retreat and it was so magical. We had a big fire. And at the fire, we did a meditation. And at the end, Karla shared her heart. And it was really, really powerful and very honest and authentic. And afterward, I just felt really called to go up to her and kind of talk to her. And I don't remember what I said to you. It was just instant connection. And then from then on, that's kind of where things unfolded from my perspective. You go ahead and enter your story.
Yes, I remember crying at the fire after the meditation, and just it was, yeah, a true expression of who exactly I needed to be in that moment. And I think you just answered the call. I needed support. And so then from then on it was instant connection. I got you for a coach. I think we started doing sessions like that was September and then December. Then we did a photo shoot and bam, I'm in the Joy Facilitator program. And then my
So,
kids
you
are
know,
calling you, they're calling you Auntie Jillian.
yeah. Oh, I
Yeah,
love it
so it's
so
good.
much. I think I joined your program too. You were
Oh,
doing,
yes.
was yours called Revive?
Yes, it was. Yeah, revive your life. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, Revive Your Life, really helpful gut health program. Karla actually has so much magic, but she's she's so wise. She's so smart. She's so well studied. And what I love, you bring a lot of magic to the world, Karla, but what I felt I experienced in you was this reminder of how actually our wellness is within us. I think your experience with natural and Western medicine is it's combined to really create a lot of empowerment around like that some of us and maybe we're raised to rely on doctors, medical professionals for health, but there's so much for us to actually be doing for ourselves. And I just love the way you bring this wisdom into the world. not only proactive way, it just feels like this really empowered way that we get to control these bits. And there's a lot that we can do for ourselves. So anyway, I did her program. We worked on it and then I took it, which I feel like was a really amazing part of my health journey. And also I think I booked a session for David too. And he really shifted a lot after that session with you. So I mean, you just have so many gifts. I think witnessing you, and we can talk about where you're at, what you're up to now, but witnessing you just really deepening into your magic and medicine has been a real honor. And yeah, why don't you share with us where you're at, a little bit about you, and where you're kind of at with all the things that you're doing in the world right now.
Well, if I'm being very honest, I had my 4th baby, like, 20 months. He's 20 months-ish, yeah. So, I'm not doing a whole heck of a lot outside of my home, but
Okay.
as Jillian has reminded me continuously, that is the most important work, and I actually starting to believe that part, that it is the most important work is what I'm doing inside my home. And so I'm raising my babies on 10 acres of piece of land here next to my parents, which dreams really do come true. I think that's when I look at back, it's because mom, sometimes you're like, am I really doing enough? Oh, I'm not doing enough. And then you look back at how far you've come and it's like, wow, I am really doing the thing. And of course, you can see that through your kids. And so they've been an instant reminder that it is truly, 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 truly the work that is so important. So, for example, my busy, crazy life is there is no soccer coach. There was my son was waitlisted, and he wasn't going to be able to play indoor soccer. And so I was like, okay, my husband knows soccer. I do. I'm an athlete, but not a soccer mom. And so we signed up together because he's home half the month, and so I'm going to jump in and then next thing you know, oh, he's not doing so great in school, not because he's struggling, because he doesn't like the classroom. He wants to like get in and get out. So it's like, okay, we're going to homeschool now. So I pulled him out of school and I'm holding it all, right? And it's like, holy man, I don't always believe it, Jillian, but I am magic. I can juggle all of these things and I'm
Yeah.
still showing up the way that I want to show up, right?
Yeah.
Most of the time. Let's be really real. I still yell at my kids. I still get, whoa, mom's cranky today, right? We still have our moments, but those are those are things that are happening currently in my life. However, I am deeply called. Spirit is very much sharing that I meet in person. I love Zoom. Zoom can be great. It was a great connector through all the crazy times, but that in person thing is so important. That eye contact in person, even that hug, like you meet somebody in a mom's group. So I am going to be running that too. And I do have a special, I don't know what the word is. Like I feel very drawn to teaching the youth also about healthy eating, but not just, nourishing your body, but your mind. So tying in the gut health and the joy stuff, right? That has all connected. So I've actually reached out to a accredited school. It's a school where kids can go that maybe want to homeschool, get tutors. Anyways, I've reached out to them and I'm going to probably just start some sessions there so I can teach the youth about healthy eating and joy stuff. And yeah, I'm really excited. And my little 7-year-old will come in and he'll be my sidekick and he's going to learn things and teach with me. So yeah.
I love it. I love it so much. I love it. So bringing joy through gut health, nutrition, wellness, all of it.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Hmm.
We also call her the sexy sourdough lady because when during our photo shoot, Karla was making sourdough and she just looks so sassy and sexy. So I gave her that name, the sexy sourdough lady. And are you still doing sourdough in your area?
Well, somebody just asked me if I was selling it, but I'm not currently. However, because I switched now to not just store-bought flour. I tried to buy the healthiest flour I could, but I knew also that milling your own wheat berries was way more nutritious. Of course, I want to take it to the next level because that's just who I am, to the
Yeah.
capacity that I can. So sourdough and fresh milled flour is a whole new ballgame, but I'm like starting to get it. And I think I'm going to start actually go to the farmer's market with my son. We're going to like learn some math and counting money. That's like the homeschool advantage. I'm like kind of excited. So he wants to build birdhouses and I want to build bread or make bread.
Oh my
And
gosh.
so
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Okay. Right now, I want to enlist a birdhouse for police. David literally said to me the other day, I think we have about 3 birdhouses right now, maybe 4. 4. David said, if anyone wants to get us anything for Christmas, I would really like another birdhouse. And I was like,
yeah.
are you a bird? Are you going to be that guy, like the birdhouse guy? But I would love to pre-order a birdhouse, please.
Okay. All right. So we have to figure that out.
Hopefully it works out. Okay, so there's so much for us to chat about. And I think
Mhm,
one thing that you mentioned that so many moms need to hear that I shared with you, and I truly meant it, and I continue to mean it. I know when you had your fourth sweet little bebe,
mhm,
um, there was this feeling that you were somehow pausing or stopping your work or what you were here to do because you were really nailing it. You were delivering all the joy sessions, doing sourdough
mhm,
workshops, like really out there doing the things that would be
mhm,
perceived to be doing the things, right? In the Joy Facilitator program, we have like a mastermind that continues on after the program is over, where people come and land every month and we connect and get inspired. And Carla was coming and kind of sharing that she felt like she wasn't doing anything. And the message was so strong that what she's actually doing is the most important work. And it's this reminder that I feel like sharing right now, which is that we actually light up the world from the inside out. And what this means is while most of us might think that or want to be on stages or be having these big sessions or talking to thousands or hundreds of people at one time, the truth is that it begins within. So it's how am I actually lining up with my joy every single day? How do I honor myself? And then by practicing joy, so that would be the daily joy ritual, by honoring yourself through whether it's meditation or joy journaling or movement or prayer, whatever that looks like for you to support your own alignment with your light, then it's I overflow that into the world. So you tending to yourself first, now you get to share that with your family, right? Your immediate people, whoever those are, your family, and then we extend that out to the community and then we extend it out further. So it doesn't need to look like our mission, our sole purpose isn't necessarily going to look like these big fancy lit up moments. Often, I would say they're really quiet and they could almost be missed if we weren't actually honoring or practicing appreciation for the magic that you're currently co-creating. And
mhm,
so this to me is also true joy leadership is not those big, bright, shiny moments that everyone sees. It's actually what's going on day to day. It's what's going on inside of our hearts, inside of our homes. And that's where we have the most impact. And so it's really important, I think, for all of us to be more like Carla, which is how can we actually bring more attention and energy into the home and really focus on what's going on there? Because you can be killing it on stage, but if you're disregarding your spouse or your kids or your animals or yourself, are you actually showing up the way that could be the most helpful for everyone?
mhm,
So I just want to really celebrate you. And I want to practice so much gratitude and appreciation for you, Carla. To me, you're actually killing it. And
mm,
when I ask, what are you doing in the world? I love that you're like, well, no, like it is in the world because you're pouring into your children who are then going to be able to go and show up in the world so beautifully. You're honoring your children, you're honoring their energy. You're now supporting your little one in teaching him. Oh my gosh, he's so lucky. He gets to learn real life with Karla Rice? Are you kidding me? Can I be homeschooled by you?
You know,
Yeah.
I was so nervous to do it, like, ridiculous. Him and I both were like, "It's okay to be scared together," because it was his choice, and I was like, "We're gonna do it scared. We're gonna figure it out together." And I think that's the beauty of the work that we do in the home is that we don't have to know it all, and we can let our kids know. Oh my gosh, dear Lord, they would have never said that in the '50s, but you can tell your kids, "You this is the first time we're doing this too." Mom doesn't know
Yeah.
always the exact perfect response or answer, right? But I feel very like you said, I am starting to appreciate myself more and more the things that we take into the home, right? So and
Yeah.
the deep work into the
Love it.
kids is so important. It's like they're sponges, right? So
Yeah.
and my kids, they're still kids. We're not perfect in the home, but we do
No,
do a lot in the home. Yeah.
still human. Okay,
Still
so
human.
let's talk about It's a new t-shirt. Let's talk about the joy method. Okay, because I know you live it, breathe it, teach it. I know you actually just embody it. So it feels like it would be inspiring to get you to share around Joy Method is part of the Joy Facilitator program. We deeply go into it and everyone kind of works it through in their own ways. And what I remember most about Carla's experience is she was really using it with her family. And I
Mhm.
remember you coming to class and just sharing these huge wins around sharing it with your husband and how the marriage changed and all of this. I would love to hear. Can you share your interpretation of the joy method with us and then share examples of how you've used it in the family to create
Mm.
powerful shifts?
I've got so many, but one that I'm called to share is It's a sensitive topic actually, but with just finding out that I was pregnant with my fourth, we were not planning that. That wasn't on the radar. Our youngest was 5 years old. And I remember being really scared and but then feeling really guilty that I wasn't really excited. Like, oh my gosh, how dare you? You're blessed with another child. But that we were on a whole new level of playing with our family, right? I was like out of diapers. They were so independent. They're picking rocks outside. I'm not nursing babies to sleep anymore because we were building an acreage. Anyways, so I remember my husband and I, when we found out, it was just like, oh my gosh, how can we do this? How are we going to do this? And I gave myself the whole first trimester just to feel, just to feel it. I didn't put the expectation that I had to be excited and I still love the baby. I still like, I remember connecting. It's like, it's going to be okay, but mama just needs to like, I'm going to get emotional. Mama just needs to feel this out because I need to be okay with it. If I don't feel it, I just shove it down in a box now. What's going to happen later on? Right. I shared that with my husband and I even shared that with my parents. I remember just like, I'm not like 100% okay with how this is unfolding. And then when I gave myself that whole trimester, the second trimester, I remember the shift happened. The thoughts were shifting. How exciting is this going to be? I get to do this all over again. I'm so much wiser. I know what I'm doing. I trust my intuition so much more. You're going to tell me how to do that with my kid? Big metal finger. No, you're not. I know what I'm going to do with my kid, right? And that's really how I felt. So that's in the joy method, right? We shift the
Mm,
thoughts. And then we get
yeah.
to set the intention. What do I want from this, right? And so I wanted the best damn birthing experience I could possibly have. Again, I've already done this a few times. Here we go. I was going to give birth in this beautiful home that my husband and I built together. I had this beautiful bathroom and this tub and the shower. I was getting really excited about it. The intention was there. And then what that was going to look like, that's just a little small part. But even like planning the nursery, I barely did anything. That stuff doesn't matter. You think, oh, the cute little nursery and this teddy bear here and this painting here. That shit doesn't matter. That matters is like nourishing yourself. I had a whole kit of postpartum care. I had the herbs. I had all the things I was going to take care of myself because I didn't want to rely on anybody. Now, that's not always the healthiest thing, but my husband works away. So I wanted to really set myself up for success, not like the aesthetically looking, pleasing thing. It's internally, again, inside out job of how I was going to heal after this birth because I knew what it was going to look like. And I was going to have 3 older kids. And then you take the inspired action, which is like doing the things, getting all set up and getting ready, and even just making these hard decisions with getting ready with it all. And then by the time the third trimester hit, I was just trusting that this was all supposed to happen, right? Just this is just how it was supposed to be. And I got I was so grateful. I was so grateful that universe, God, spirit, whatever you want to call it, like gave me another chance because honestly, this is for the first time ever in all the children that I've had. It's not a blur. I had that age gap and it's not just a blur because it was like my kids are 2 years apart, the first three. So I don't remember half of it. I was running on fumes and I wasn't even drinking coffee like crazy then, but like I drink coffee now with 4 kids. But it was just so much, it was the postpartum experience. And now it's been so much better. But
Yeah.
that was the joy method through and through, and trusting that I would be held and supported. And my husband, he stepped up to the plate because again, I was able to articulate how I felt about postpartum experience, how I wanted to be nourished and like I wanted to be left alone in the bedroom and I wanted the food brought to me. Like for even if it was just for the first 2 days, I didn't do any of those things. It was like get up and go. I had to take care of everything. And so, like you said, as moms, like I hear this thing all the time, like me first, like you have to put but I have a hard time with that because as a mom, intuitively, we give. And that it's so important to receive. But I like to practice the phrase of it's my kids and I. Like it's not just me first. Like I get it. You got to put like the oxygen mask on yourself before you put on your kid on the airplane. But in real life scenarios, sometimes you are giving before you're giving to yourself. You're giving into other. Like it's just how it is with when your kids are sick. You're not like, hang on, let me get my breakfast as you're sitting there throwing up in the bathroom. Like that, it
Yeah.
doesn't work, right? All the time. So yeah, but that was a big one for me. Like the joy method, it saved me from a lot of suffering because I could have just like
Mm,
boxed it up and I still had the pain. I still had the confusion. There's still a lot of emotions. But I think because I went through the process, I experienced so much more joy. I actually labored all by myself except for the last hour and a half. I did it all. But it was like a very enlightening experience where I could do this, but because I had this energy inside of me, I wasn't fighting for, oh my gosh, I can't do this. Oh my gosh, I don't want this. Right. I felt all the feelings before babe got here.
mm.
Right. So yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I love that. Okay, and you've just teed us up so perfectly to talk about gratitude, which is our theme for this month. And how I think what you're sharing is, I think a lot of people could see us or as joy facilitators as people who are just like so happy and, and all this high energy. And I really love, especially watching you and your shares, the realness of it lately is really important for people to see that actually joy isn't always the bright, shiny, like it is a very deep, soulful experience. And it does require us to feel it all. And your ability to actually feel the discomfort of whatever you're moving through in the human experience allows you to get to the other side of it. So it's not about the spiritual bypass. In fact, what Karla just shared was around actually how you did have to feel it in order to get to the other side of it and actually have the birth and now the family that you truly desire, the family experience in the joy method. So well, I'll just go through it really quick. So it's feeling your feelings, then it's noticing your thoughts. It's noticing your thoughts to then be able to shift your thoughts toward better feeling ones. But the truth is, if you're not ready to feel better, there's no point in trying to shift. So I love what Karla said about taking the first trimester to just feel the discomfort, feel all the feelings. And then when she was ready, she began to shift the thoughts toward what she wanted instead. Then once we shift the thoughts, we set powerful intentions, which I'm sure you did for not only the rest of your pregnancy, but also I'm sure for your birth. Like setting
Mhm.
those powerful intentions for how you want things to truly go and what you most want to experience. It's like paving the way with gold with our focus because everything has energy and our thoughts have energy. So paving the way and then it's inspired action. And what's one thing I need to do today to move myself toward what I most want to experience? And then it's excitement and gratitude. And you can sense how in Karla's share, it's like once she'd moved through all of that, then she could get excited about what was coming and unfolding. And gratitude really is the easiest way to expand our sense of well being and the better things happening because it's like you're actually celebrating or focusing on what's already going well. And by using the focus, this is where we powerfully use the focus on what's going well to expand more things to go even better. And then we trust that is as you take these steps, as you do your best, as you show up as fully as you can, that the universe is supporting you. And so let's now talk about gratitude as a tool in your daily
Mm.
life. Busy mom of friggin' four, now homeschooling, now a little one at home too, doing all the things, now a friggin' soccer coach, apparently. So tell us tell us how you use gratitude as a daily tool for your alignment with your family.
You have to. There's actually no way you can. I don't know how you survive, to be honest, without the gratitude piece because ritual is so important. You preach that all the time, Jillian, about get into the routine, the ritual. Yeah, joy has to be a daily practice. But any mom listening to this, you know that you can get derailed so quickly with anything because you're in charge, quote unquote, of all these other little humans, their emotions, physically, emotionally, and mentally, all these things. And so something can happen, it just throws your whole day off, right? And so in those moments when you're like, oh, let's just say, give an example of a child's getting sick. And I used to get crazy, worrisome thoughts. And again, the nurse in me would be like, oh my gosh, I'm going to watch this for this. And I would just spiral. And that does no good for anything, right? So the gratitude part pulls you back into the present moment. It's like, hang on, what do you have here? I'm not in the hospital with a child who is severely ill. He's just got a little cough and a sore throat right now. Let's just say, for example. And what is going right? Okay, my husband's coming home tomorrow night. Perfect. He'll be able to hang out with the other kids. I can just focus on this child, whatever it might be, right? Or I have the funds to go to the health food store and go pick up some whatever supplement that I like, I would choose based on his symptoms that I want it. There's just what is going right in my life. So the gratitude piece is looking all the things that you currently have. And that's always going to be enough. It's always going to be enough because there's this quote I shared with you on the email, Jillian. So I've never really loved the term like everything happens for a reason. It's kind of never sat well with me, right? But we know that there's lessons that come in. But there's this part of this quote. It's by David Bedrick. I wrote it down here. It says the gravity of your life has its own intelligence. So when you're like going down and things are going rough, it's getting ugly in your life. You're like, and it's like when you lost your keys and you stubbed your toe, and then oh my gosh, the dog is throwing up. It's like everything is just going down, and it's like you want somebody just to like pick you up and make it all better. But in fact, there's like the intelligence. Like your life is like your life spirit. It's so smart. Again, not the reason why this is happening, but can we let it fall enough? And how we pick ourselves back up, it's with the gratitude part. It's with the gratitude piece that we're like still here. Sometimes it's just like I'm breathing, I'm alive. right? It's sometimes life is that shitty. You're like, okay, I'm still here, right? Right?
Still here. I
I'm still
remember my
here.
Maymay, we used to say that. She was like 90 freaking 5 years old, and I'd call her and I'd be like, "Hi, baby. How are you doing?" She'd go, "I'm still here." Maymay.
Oh my gosh, that's so cute. But it's true. Still human, still here. Oh my gosh, that's a t-shirt.
Yeah, new
Um,
T-shirts.
yes, yes.
In all our free time, we're gonna make a T-shirt line.
I love it. Yes, yeah.
I love
Um,
that.
yeah, I mean, it's how you respond to it. Like, and I feel like that's how gratitude gets you out. And it's like your connection to what's important, your values. So when things are derailing, it's like, okay, come back to your values really quickly because then you can start to appreciate what you currently already have, right? So whatever that looks like in your life, there's always, as you say, the opportunities for growth, the lessons, the hidden lessons, which in the mom life of four kids with a husband away and with dogs and sheeps and cats and horses, there's the other one. Like, there's just a lot to like, there's always something coming at you, right? You have to be
Yeah,
able to be grateful for what is going right, which for the most of the time, there's a long, long list that's going right.
yeah. So what would you say as we kind of wrap up a little bit around the gratitude piece? What would you recommend to maybe a busy mom or a listener who is going through it, going through the contrast, whether it's with their animals or kids or family, really going through it? How could they use gratitude in a way to support that gravity of their life?
I think you have to just keep practicing it in the right in that in those really dark moments because the more gratitude that you keep bringing in, the focus of appreciation, the more of that good stuff is going to keep coming in because it pulls you into the present. Because we when we get fixated on this is really bad and what's happening next, that's in the future. We have no control over that. We have only control of this present moment. And in this present moment, I have this that's going on. And that really sucks. But also what I have right in front of me, I have four beautiful children who are doing whatever, or I have a husband, all whatever it looks like. I have to share the story about my puppies that got really, really, really sick and we almost lost
Yeah.
one. And it was so ugly. We had one that was lost because we think he was going to die. And just for reference context, like they're outside farm dogs, they're 8 months old. And so they have 80 acres to roam on. My parents live next door, but you can call them on a dime and they're here at our footsteps. And the one pup wasn't coming. And so I think we thought he was maybe going away to peacefully die because he wasn't feeling well. The other one was really not doing well. We had him like at the vet. Long story short is that when I'm looking at all that, I thought we might be losing one. There also was huge vet bill that we had already paid once. There was a lot of things. My kids were really distraught. My husband, like, we were all not feeling well. But when we were all looking for this one dog, our Tucker, we didn't know where he came from, I had two of my sisters on horseback. I had another person on a side by. We called a neighbor friend to come bring in a drone. We had my mom on foot. I was in the house making food for everyone. The kids were all, but when I sat in the moment right now, like I can get emotional. What was the gratitude piece? I had all these people loving on us and trying to find our damn dog. Took all their time. Like it didn't matter. Drop everything. And 8 hours we were looking for this damn dog. And that's what was great. In the shitty, shitty, shitty moments, we had a lot of love around us. We did. We really did.
Yeah.
That was gratitude. We were so grateful. So
Yeah.
it's hard
You found
sometimes,
him?
but
Tell us about Tucker. What happened?
we, we found him. He came back on his own. And I swear to
Oh
gosh,
my
it's
gosh.
because he heard all of us, Tucker, Tucker, come here, Tucker, Tucker. And all of a sudden, my
Uh-huh.
sister or my daughter is like yelling from the backyard, Tucker's here. And I was like, what? You couldn't even understand her. She was freaking out. Like, she's just freaking out. And yeah, he's just like barely walking, comes into the yard. And then I did my magic on him and he's still here, jumping up like a puppy now. So yeah.
Oh, they're all better. I'm so happy to hear that. It is so hard when our people and furries are not doing so good.
Yeah.
Oh, I love it. So gratitude pulled you out of the darkness.
It did. It really did. And being able to share. Don't don't hang on to your pain all by yourself. You don't have to do that all by yourself. You can share. We make meaning of our lives by sharing our stories. And I can't tell you how many times that I've now started to share things on social media or in person. And I've had a person say, oh my gosh, thank you for sharing that. Because people take what they want from your story and they make meaning out of it. And my kids are learning that. We used to have a gratitude circle every time at supper. and we'd say what we were grateful for. And we don't do it as often anymore. And I kind of want to bring that back in. But when we always do it? When one of us is in a funky mood or when my husband and I are fighting, my kids are like, okay, it's time to say what we're grateful for because they know it pulls you out of that shit. It does, right?
Yeah.
Because you're like, okay, we're going to focus on the yucky, nasty. And we want to be like little immature adults here. Like, I'm talking about my husband and I. Or do we want to like get over this shit and like start like being grateful for that we're sitting here having, supper with our 4 children and life is really not that bad?
I love that. I love that. Ooh, I love the dinner, the gratitude circles at dinner. I
Mhm.
love that.
Mhm.
I think
Mhm.
that's brilliant. Oh, okay, Karla, could just talk to you all day. I love everything that you're doing. And I so appreciate you, your vibration, your energy in the world. I'm so grateful our paths crossed and now we get to do this work together. You really truly do inspire me. And even though I only have a dog, when life gets stressful, like you really are an inspiration to me. And hearing how you use the joy method and gratitude is just this beautiful reminder. So just thank you for being you. And thanks for lighting up the world literally from the inside out. I just love you so, so much.
I love you too. Thank you. Thank you for acknowledging that and seeing that in me.
Tell us where we can find us and maybe if someone wants to work with you or connect with you, how they could do that most easily.
Perfect. Okay, you can find me at karlaricewellness.com. And you can find me. I'm active on Facebook and Instagram, just Karla Rice Wellness. Yeah, on Facebook and Instagram. And you'll find my email on the website right there. And you can get in touch with me.
And if you're in St. Paul area, she does have a mom's group that's
Mm,
getting
mhm.
going. And I just know that need for connection is so there. So anyone who's in that area, you are so lucky to be near Karla and get in on that action while you can. Amazing. Karla, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I freaking love you. Until next time.
Thank you. I love you too.